I mean, sometimes it is hard always being right. I mean, always. Terence Crawford finally admits in a fantasy fight that Floyd Mayweather would not be easy work. I'm glad this moment came. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, sometimes it's tough being me because I just keep getting it right. The best in the business, and it's not even close. And I gotta make these follow-up videos because, for one, my body of work is online, catalog, timestamp with the date, searchable. We show up on Google, Bing. You can ask Jeeves, Chat GPT, YouTube search bar. You're going to find Boxing Ego content. So everything is highly SEO ranked and searchable. The metadata is there. So when I make these follow-up Ego Thoughts videos, it is such a joy for me. Now, what am I talking about? Terence Crawford went on this rant, like a tweet rant, where he was just saying a bunch of stuff. I'm not even going to focus on any of that. If you want to, you go to his Twitter and you read through the other day when he went on this rant. But one tweet caught my eye, and it was sent to me by some of you guys. He says, first of all, some of the other tweets he was talking about, he would whoop Oscar De La Hoya and Manny Pacquiao had they fought. But he said this about Floyd. I be paying homage to the ones before me, but Floyd Mayweather, the only one I would have had problems with because of his mind. And I'm done talking about it. Go argue with your mama, with your mammy. So what is this about? Why am I saying I'm right? Because I am. I talk about this often on my channel. This internet nowadays, you got so many podcasts, and there's just a lot of people that you don't need to know their thoughts. They'll tell you this album is good. You got nerds and beta males that are doing like dating channels. The game is weird right now. Like when I was in school, the nerds were like nerds, and it showed. Now you got nerds that are streamers that get crazy views and people want to watch it. They're squared up people. You know what I mean? I'm talking about squared, not really talking about nothing. You got podcasts and people just ain't really talking about nothing. Their opinions stink. You got like let's say a hip hop blog. You got hip hop blogs. They don't even know hip hop. They don't even know, like, they'll say like Nelly didn't sell that many records. Like, you clearly are young and don't know what you're talking about to even have said that. You know what I mean? So what I've noticed, and I talk about it often, is recency bias. You see an insane recency bias when it comes to just online conversations, right? An album will come out, a movie will come out, a fight will be had, and all of a sudden it's the best thing since sliced bread. Like, take Devin Haney, for example. Devin Haney, I thought he did his thing with Brian Norman. A month, 2 months, a year before that, everybody was ragging on Devin Haney. After he beat Jose Ramirez, everybody was like, he trash, he fought scary, boring fight. Now, don't get it twisted. Some people are still saying that about Devin Haney. But you also are now having people, because he had a good performance, and they're like, man, Devin's a beast. Devin, Debo Dev. Huh? Where were you guys a year ago? You know what I mean? And that's what I'm talking about with the recency bias. So as it pertains to Terence Crawford, Crawford cooked Canelo, something Mayweather did in 2013, right? And I don't care what no Bud Buddy says, no Crawford fan. Floyd did it first. It's always going to be better when you're the first to do it. Pacquiao knocked out Ricky Hatton. I knocked out Ricky Hatton. He tried to beat me, but I prevailed. Right? He did it sooner, but Floyd, to me, he fought the undefeated Ricky Hatton. So to me, that's iller in general. The other thing is Floyd did it at the disadvantage, right? He was significantly older than Canelo and significantly smaller. When Crawford fought Canelo, you almost couldn't tell who the bigger person was, right? Crawford looked almost as big, if not bigger, than the big man who had been fighting in the higher weight classes. So just different. But y'all got gassed up because Bud fought, to me, a kind of washed up Canelo. And I said that Canelo hadn't been looking fly. I've said that for a minute. For example, when Canelo, don't take my word for it, go watch it. Go watch his fight with Daniel Jacobs. Jacobs was like, bop, 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 throwing hella jabs. Canelo was, whoop. He was looking wavy in there, dodging and dipping. There's this one whole sequence that always gets shared online. He ain't been looking like that since that fight, probably, right? He looked horrible versus William Skull right before Crawford. But anyway, Crawford did his thing. That's not his problem if Canelo didn't train or overtrained or washed up, whatever. Crawford won, fair and square, good job. But I noticed all of a sudden, recency bias, people start popping up disrespecting Floyd Mayweather, but not me. People were like, oh, Floyd would get cooked by Crawford, easy work. You know, it's the tank economy, the Floyd economy. So a lot of these podcasters or imprints like Ring, they're gonna do 1 million posts about Tank, 1 million posts about Floyd, ask these dumb questions about fantasy fights that are not gonna happen, like Crawford and Mayweather. And you just peruse at the time because Crawford just beat Canelo. People were disrespecting Floyd. And I never did that because I don't care about recency bias. To me, Floyd is a GOAT, and his mind, I agree with Crawford, his mind would have separated him, and that's that. I don't even like to do the fantasy fight stuff because I like results. I like to rub it in your face that I was right, and I can't get to do that. So I'm just talking about there were so many people disrespecting, talking about Crawford would cook Floyd, easy work if they both fought at welterweight, which again is subjective to your own boxing opinion. And now from the horse's mouth, he ain't even saying that. Crawford is like, I pay homage to the ones before me. Floyd is the only person that would have troubled me and gave me issue. So the person you said will whoop Floyd, easy work, don't even agree with you. You look stupid. Boxing Ego looks amazing. Subscribe.